Hi everybody, meteorologist Joe Thompson here with an update on this approaching winter storm. And if you're hoping that it would all fall apart or maybe just miss us completely, well, unfortunately the opposite is looking true, because some of our latest model runs are actually indicating this storm is going to be even stronger than what was originally anticipated. So we are talking the possibility of some significant snowfall totals across northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan, and also some very strong gusty winds, possibly in excess of 40 miles per hour time. So you do have the day Tuesday to prepare. So if you got any errands to run, today would definitely be the day to do it. Here's the gathering storm. It's still all the way off towards the Great Plains, still actually mostly falling as rain in portions of the Dakotas. It's still warm enough out there. But the storm is going to start making its way towards the east as we go throughout the day. It's actually going to be riding right along a stalled out front that's basically going to guide the storm right in our direction. This front will slowly seep its way towards the south, and we'll take the main center of this low pressure system right across portions of southern Ohio. That's going to put us on the northern flank of the storm and right in the main snow band that is expected to set up. Now, if the storm ends up taking a slightly northerly track, that might lead to a little bit less snow because it'll keep us in some milder air a little bit longer. But at this point, the models have been sort of favoring right along the Ohio River, and that again puts us here in the Toledo area in the sweet spot for snowfall totals. So let's break this down, let you know you can expect here as we go through the next 36 hours or so. We're going to be dry through the bulk of Tuesday. There may be a very isolated shower Tuesday afternoon. It will be cloudy out there, some of that upper level moisture in advance of the storm. As we go into Tuesday evening, we do expect some rain to begin developing. It'll still be warm enough at this point for any precipitation to fall as rain. It'll likely begin across portions of southeast Michigan and extreme northwest Ohio, and that rain will slowly start making its way towards our southern viewing area as we go through the evening. Now, after midnight, that storm starts pulling in some colder air. That's going to cause the precipitation to start switching over to a wintry mix, a combination of rain and snow, where you see the pink shading right here. This is around 4:30 in the morning. There's also a possibility of a little bit of freezing rain. Not a lot, but maybe enough to just leave a little coating of ice on some roadways, and that's going to end up being on the bottom of a fairly large snowpack, because as we go towards sunrise on Wednesday, this is when all this precipitation will start switching over to all snow. Still maybe a little bit of a mix in our southern viewing area, but around the Toledo area, by the time the sun comes up, I do expect this to be falling as all snow. Very, very heavy snowfall possible during the mid-morning hours. We're talking snowfall rates of 1 to as much as 3 inches per hour. So while there may not be much snowfall on the ground when you wake up Wednesday morning, it is going to accumulate very rapidly once the switchover does occur. And if that's not enough, we do expect winds gusting as high as 40 miles per hour out of the northeast as the snow makes its way in through. So whiteout conditions certainly likely. If you are out and about and get caught, they can't entirely rule out maybe getting stranded by some of these bands of snow working their way in through. The worst of it will be in the morning. However, some snow will continue through the bulk of the daylight hours into the afternoon on Wednesday. Could see a few more inches during the afternoon before all is said and done. And it will remain blustery through the day, so that's just going to add to the misery for all the plow drivers trying to clear out the roadway. So basically, if you can, Wednesday is a day to stay in. I expect most schools will likely end up closing. You're probably going to see a lot of snow emergencies across the region with all the snow we are expecting, combined with the very strong winds across the area. So go to Wednesday night, the snow finally moves out. However, we're not done with winter yet, because some brutally cold air will move on in. In fact, record lows seem likely by the time we get to Thursday morning. Some spots may even be below zero. Yeah, we're still talking about that even in the middle of March. How much snow? I did bump up the possibility of the high end of our snow totals getting into double digits in some spots. Best chance will probably be right along the Michigan-Ohio border, possibly even including Toledo. As you get a little farther south, because it's going to take longer for the precipitation to switch over to all snow, probably see a little bit less in total accumulation. 3 to 5 inches down towards places like Upper Sandusky, but still enough to wreak havoc on the roads. Now, this is the amount of snow that will fall. The actual snowpack may be a little less, because some of that initial snow may melt because it will be coming in contact with the warmer ground, and the snowpack also compresses as it starts to accumulate. So it may not be quite as much on the ground all at the same time, but still, that's how much we are expecting overall with this storm. Winter storm watches are in effect as of Tuesday morning. These will very likely be upgraded to winter storm warnings as we go into the day on Tuesday by the National Weather Service. That will basically mean that conditions are expected to be very hazardous if you're out and about on the roads, and travel will be not advised if you can avoid it, that's for sure. Again, today's the day to take advantage of the dry weather while we still have it, and mild weather. Seasonable temperatures topping out in the mid-40s. Winds not bad during the day. They will start to increase, though, as we go into Tuesday night. Again, the rain will develop, switching to a wintry mix after midnight, and that's when we could also see a little bit of freezing rain in some spots. We'll likely stay above freezing, at or above freezing, through the bulk of the overnight hours. It won't be until after sunrise on Wednesday that we'll actually start to see that thermometer dip below freezing, and then we'll start to see that switch over to all snow. To go along with the heavy snow, temperatures falling throughout the day Wednesday. We'll be in the teens by Wednesday afternoon. That's brutally cold air moving its way in. There's that extreme cold for Thursday morning. Again, some places will likely be dropping below zero, if you can believe it or not. Highs only in the low to mid-20s for Thursday afternoon, even with the return of the sunshine. We do spike right back up into the 40s for Friday, so that's definitely some good news. We'll start melting away at least some of that snow. Some very light, weak rain and snow showers possible for Saturday. That's not going to be a major system, but still a little bit of precip, not out of the question. A cold finish to the weekend with highs only in the 20s on Sunday. I guess some good news for you is that some of the latest model runs are indicating that next week won't be quite as cold as originally anticipated. Still below average with highs mostly in the 30s, though we may briefly spike into the 40s next Tuesday. But still, it's a little better than what those models were originally indicating. So I guess I got a little bit of good news for you. But still, the big concern will definitely be that major winter storm on Wednesday, which is likely going to shut down many things here across northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan. So just be safe and be prepared. I'm meteorologist Joe Thompson. Hope you all have a great Tuesday.